Level 1, the street runner? You're a Brooklyn kid? You grew up watching wise guys park Cadillacs outside a social club with the blinds always half shut. You sweep the floor before anyone important walks in. You run espresso to the back table where the card game never stops. You deliver sealed envelopes to a butcher who pays for protection. You stand on the corner and watch for unmarked Crown Victorias. You drive someone's aunt to church and don't ask questions. You are invisible. Soldiers barely look at you. Capos don't know your name. You have no power over anyone, and everyone has power over you. You make $200 a week, cash in an envelope. Maybe another $50 if you stay out past midnight. That's $1,000 a month for hovering near men under federal surveillance. If you open one envelope, they find out. That means you get tuned up in the back room. That means a broken rib and a warning. If you talk to the wrong person, you're banned from the club. No second chances. The feds don't know you yet. But if you get pinched holding someone else's package, nobody sends a lawyer. You sit in central booking alone, staring at a stained ceiling, realizing you're just free labor. The social club feels powerful. It isn't. It's a storefront where the FBI photographs every week. In the 1980s, the Gambino crime family ran operations through places exactly like this. Runners fetched coffee. They also went to prison first. You're not family. You're free labor. How do you move up? You make yourself useful when things get ugly. Level 2, the associate. You're not made, but now they know your face. You collect $3,000 every Friday from a construction foreman who is late on payments. You lean across a restaurant table and remind the owner what happens to windows that don't have protection. You move stolen suits from a box truck in Newark at 3 a.m. You sit in on your first sit-down silent while two bookies argue over territory. You drive a soldier to a meeting and keep the engine running. Now you're on record with a crew. A specific soldier sponsors you. He can vouch for you. He can also bury you. Civilians avoid eye contact, but any made guy can still slap you and nobody questions it. You clear $2,500 a week. You kick up $1,000 a week. You kick up $1,000 to your sponsor. You keep $1,500. That's $6,000 a month, tax-free, for work that carries a 10-year minimum under RICO. If you skim $500 from a payment, they audit you. They always audit. That means you're called upstairs. That means two soldiers close the door. That means your hands get smashed with a hammer. You can't collect with broken fingers. You become useless. Useless associates disappear. You're earning now. You're respected on the block, but you're also in notebooks the feds build cases from. One wiretap, one flipped cousin. Suddenly you're indicted alongside men you barely know. Sammy the Bull Gravano once described associates kicking up weekly just to stay alive inside the Gambino crime family. Earn. Kick up. Stay breathing. You earn. Or you disappear. Then one night, you're told to dress sharp. No jeans, no sneakers. A black suit. This isn't another collection. This is something permanent. Level 3. The made man. You're sworn in. Blood on the card. Oath taken. They prick your finger. You burn a saint's image in your palm while it smolders to ash. You swear loyalty to the family above your own blood. You oversee 2 associates collecting from gambling dens in Bensonhurst. You attend weekly sit-downs at the club and speak only when asked. You carry a 38 inches in your waistband. Always, now you're in the books. Only another made guy can touch you. And even then it takes permission. Associates answer to you. They kick up on time, or they answer for it. But your capo controls your fate. One bad report, and you're finished. You earn $15,000 a month from loan sharking and bookmaking. You kick up $5,000 to your capo every 4 weeks. Miss that number, and the questions start. If you disrespect another man, it goes upstairs. If permission is granted, you get clipped. No argument. No appeal. Simple. To get here, you probably caught a body. Maybe you drove. Maybe you pulled the trigger. That murder never expires. The statute of limitations doesn't apply to memory. John Gotti was just a made guy once inside the Gambino crime family. He earned it. He proved useful. He waited. Once you're made, there's only one way out. How do you move up? You earn more than anyone else. Level 4, the capo. You command a crew. You oversee 12 made men and 40 associates spread across Brooklyn and Queens. You collect $100,000 a week from construction rackets and union no-shows. You assign which soldier handles which sports book. You order sit-downs to squash disputes before they turn bloody. You recommend hits, but only with approval from above. Your soldiers answer to you. They fear you. Associates line up outside your office with envelopes. But you answer to the underboss and the boss. If they call, you show up. You clear $40,000 a month after kicking up $25,000. Some months it's higher. Some months the feds shut down a site and the numbers dip. Either way, tribute flows upward. If your crew earns light, you're replaced. Replaced means shelved. Sometimes shelved means clipped. Power is rented, not owned. Wiretaps hum in parked vans. Informants flip when they're facing 20 years. The feds photograph your driveway at 6 a.m. Your kids learn not to wave at strangers. You don't ask for respect, you command it. Then one morning, the boss gets indicted on racketeering. Cameras outside the courthouse. Bail denied. Someone has to step in. Level 5, the underboss. You're second in command. The buffer between the throne and the street. You run weekly meetings when the boss can't show. You settle disputes between capos before they become wars. You approve major scores, $500,000 hijackings, $2 million construction schemes. You relay orders from the boss to the crews without adding your own spin. You quietly evaluate which capo is loyal and which one is ambitious. Every capo answers to you now, but the boss still outranks you. If he thinks you're reaching too far, you're gone. If the feds squeeze him, they squeeze you harder. You pull in $75,000 a month, sometimes $100,000 when projects boom. You kick up a significant share to the boss and keep the rest moving through shell companies and cash stashes in the walls. If you look like you're building your own power base, suspicion grows. Suspicion leads to a sit-down. A bad sit-down leads to a hit. Underbosses do not get demoted. They disappear. You're mentioned in sealed indictments now. RICO charts with your photo at the top tier. One flipped capo and you're facing life at ADX Florence. 23 hours in a concrete box. You're powerful. You're rich. You're one betrayal away from a cage. And the pressure is building. Level 6. The acting boss. The old boss is fighting his case. The title is temporary. The power is not. You run the weekly administration meeting in the back of the club. You approve which capo gets the waterfront contract. You greenlight a $3 million sports betting expansion through offshore sites. You settle beefs before they spill blood in the street. You decide who gets made and who stays an associate forever. All roads run through you. Capos report directly to your table. Soldiers stand when you enter, but the imprisoned boss still breathes. If he beats the case, you step aside. If he suspects you're reaching, you're finished. You're clearing $150,000 a month. Some months it's $200,000 when construction is hot. You kick up a symbolic tribute to the boss's legal fund, $50,000 wired through layers. The rest gets split between cash and safe houses and investments under cousins' names. If you hold back money from the boss's family, word spreads. That means a sit-down. That means loyalty gets questioned. Question loyalty at this level means you get clipped before dessert. The feds call you acting boss in sealed affidavits. They have wiretaps from 3 captains. They have photos of envelopes changing hands. RICO isn't a rumor anymore. It's a countdown. You rotate burner phones every week. You never sleep in the same house twice in a row. You test your own crew with fake information to see what leaks. Paranoia isn't weakness. It's survival. You don't sit at the head of the table without a target on your back. Then one morning, the countdown ends. Level 7, the federal indictment. The door explodes inward at 6 a.m. 6 a.m., the FBI kicks your door. Flashbang. Screaming. 6:02 a.m., you're face down in your driveway, neighbors filming. 6:15 a.m., an agent reads 25 counts of racketeering, extortion, loan sharking, conspiracy to commit murder. Your name echoes. 8 a.m., news vans outside your house. Your kids see your photo on TV. Arraignment bail denied. Flight risk. Danger to the community. It's a full RICO sweep targeting the structure prosecutors say mirrors the Gambino crime family. Charts. Photos. Your face at the top. The stakes are simple. Life sentence. Asset seizure. Houses frozen. Bank accounts locked. Your wife answering questions from reporters. From a holding cell, You move fast. You call your defense attorney. You authorize $2 million for legal fees. You send coded messages through approved visitors. You instruct capos to stay quiet. No panic. No flips. If one captain cooperates, the whole pyramid shakes. If your underboss turns state's evidence, you die in prison. Cooperation at this level means you're marked forever. On the street, behind the wall. You made $150,000 a month yesterday. Today you make $0. The government freezes everything. Your family lives on savings while prosecutors threaten forfeiture. The courtroom becomes your new social club. Suits instead of tracksuits. Marshals instead of soldiers. Every word recorded. Short breaths, short answers, short leash. If convicted on all counts, you're looking at life plus 20, ADX Florence, 23 hours in a concrete box. No crew, no envelopes, no power. You built an empire from a broom and a coffee tray. Now it's reduced to evidence bags and wire transcripts, and the throne is suddenly very far away. Level 8, the boss. The case falls apart. A key witness flips twice. Evidence gets suppressed. You walk out of court in a tailored suit while cameras flash. You take the throne for real. You sit at the head of the long table in the back of the club. You approve which capo controls the docks and which one gets midtown construction. You sign off on every major score over $500,000. You decide which associate gets proposed for membership and which one stays earning on the street. You settle disputes with a single nod. Everyone answers to you now. Capos stand when you enter. Soldiers lower their eyes. No one touches you without permission from you. But power at this level is fragile. If the commission whispers your name in a bad way, even a boss can get clipped. Money flows upward like clockwork. Each crew kicks up tribute every month. You're pulling in $400,000 a month, close to $5 million a year. Cash from unions, cash from gambling, cash from loan sharking. You never touch it directly. It moves through layers, cousins, shell companies, quiet investments. If a capo holds back $10,000, you call a sit-down. If he lies, he's shelved. If he keeps lying, he disappears. Discipline is survival. The feds still circle. RICO charts get updated with your photo at the top. You rotate drivers. You switch routes to dinner. You test your inner circle with false information just to see what leaks. You sleep lightly. Gun under the pillow. Always. Power isn't loud. It's final. Then time passes. Rivals weaken. Indictments thin the old guard. You consolidate everything. Level 9, the boss of bosses. The end. You control every Brooklyn crew. No score happens without your blessing. You approve all hits. You decide who gets made and who stays earning forever. You control unions that move millions in city contracts. Politicians shake your hand at fundraisers and pretend not to know your other business. $5 million a year flows to you steadily, sometimes more. You stash $2 million in cash across safe houses. The rest move offshore, clean on paper, dirty underneath. But nothing is free. To avoid prison, you allowed one captain to flip early, sacrificing him to protect the core. 8 bodies are tied to decisions you made. Some you ordered, some you approved. All of them follow you into quiet rooms. Your wife stopped asking questions years ago. Your kids resent the FBI cars that idle outside the house. You miss birthdays for sit-downs. You miss funerals for court dates. If you misread one loyalty test, you're dead in a parking lot. If the feds build one clean RICO case, you die in a cell. If your heart gives out first, it's under house arrest with an ankle monitor blinking. From sweeping floors at a social club to owning the building. From running espresso to running crews. You can end 3 ways. A life sentence after a final RICO conviction. An assassination outside your favorite steakhouse in Manhattan. Or a quiet death at home under federal supervision. You started as a kid watching Cadillacs roll by. Now your name sits in federal archives and organized crime documentaries. This is the life you chose.